Hello, flute players. Hopefully things are going well for you and your fingers are starting to now function on your keys a lot better. I know they are because I've been watching you in lessons, obviously, and I'm seeing a lot of improvement. Let's talk about two different moves that you must be able to smoothly make on your flute going from note to note. The first of the two, the easier, is when we go from F to E flat. F, thumb, first, second, third, first finger, pinky, F, and then we kind of seesaw from the F to the E flat. This is a move that you've got to get good at, and if that means that you are just holding your flute for 10 or 15 minutes and working on moving between F and E flat, and then going from D, here's our bunny rabbit, there's the ears, there's the tail, from D to C. That's the other move that you've got to be able to smoothly make, going from D to C and going from C back to D. So remember that when you're playing your D, these two fingers, your first finger and pinky, are the two fingers that you use for your C. And when I'm playing a C and I want to go to a D, all the fingers that are off go on and my two C fingers come up. So this is an important one, going from C to D. Very important that you're able to do this. You don't have to do it maybe as fast as I do, but that's your goal, is to be able to really flick back and forth between D and C and from F to E. Really important moves. If you can do that, you'll be able to play these songs that we're now working on page 6. So I hope that you've warmed up a little bit and now you're ready to play along with me. I'm going to play through Hot Cross Buns once. It starts on our D, right? There's our bunny rabbit and the tail. We go from D to C to B flat. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and play. Back to D. Stay right on B flat. A really fun song to play on any instrument, especially the flute. So there's Hot Cross Buns. We're going to play these 3 melodies that we've been working on page 6. And then we're going to go ahead in the book a little bit and look at a new note. And then we'll come back and practice these songs several times over each. So here's Rolling Along, song number 14. And song number 14 starts on what I've been calling our home bass note, our D, because a lot of the songs that we play start on D, and then go to C, and then go to B flat. If you can move from D to C, you can easily find that B flat. And that's what we do at the beginning of Rolling Along. We play D, C, and B flat, and then we go back to our C, and then 3 Ds. So we begin and end on D. Here we go. This is number 14, Rolling Along. Ready? C, B, F, F. Next line, D. Two C's. So there's Rolling Along. Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Okay, like I say, we're going to come back to these songs in a couple minutes. Now let's go down to song number 18, Go Tell Aunt Rodie. And Go Tell Aunt Rodie begins with the same three notes that Hot Cross Buns and Rolling Along begins with. We start on our home bass D, we go down one note to C, and then to the B flat. Now the rhythm is a little bit different in Go Tell Aunt Rodie. We play a half note D, then another D, and then a C, and then a B flat. Let's try it. A half note D, and then another D. 1, 2, ready. Two C's. F. So there's Go Tell Aunt Rodie. At the top of page 7, we learn about whole notes. We know that half notes were half notes because they got half of the beats that are in a measure. Whole notes get the whole measure. They get all of the beats in a measure. So if there's 4 beats in a measure and a note gets all of the beats, it's a 4-beat note. Okay? That's all I'm going to talk about on page 7 right now. And of course we have the whole rest up there too, which looks very similar to a half rest. The difference is the whole rest hangs from a line, the half rest sits on a line. We'll talk about that more in the future. Let's turn the page and take a look at the top of page 8 and learn the next note up. So far, our highest note has been F. Pretty easy note to play. Thumb, first, second, third, first, and pinky. And if I go up one note from F, I pick up my F key, and there's my G, the next note up. Make sure that you're using lots of air to play these notes. So here's my B flat. I'm sorry. Here's my F. And here's G. And keep that opening at your mouth on the small side with a fast, fast stream of air for the G. All right, now that we know the note G, we can drop right down to song 31, Mozart Melody. And this song begins with one of the easiest moves on the flute. We go from B flat, thumb, first finger in both hands and the pinky, to F. That's pretty easy, isn't it? B flat to F. B flat to F. So in Mozart Melody, we play 2 Fs. I'm sorry, in Mozart Melody, we play 2 B flats, and then we go to the 2 Fs, and then we pick up our right hand first finger and play 2 Gs and go back to the F. It's actually pretty easy on the flute. It's easier than some of the songs that we've already been playing. Again, we go B, B, F, F, G, G, back to F. And then we continue. We go one note lower from F to our E flat. We play E, E, D, D, C, C, B flat. Okay? Let's try that. Here we go. This is Mozart Melody. We're just going to play the first 2 measures. B, B, F, F, G, G, F. And we'll go even slower than that. 1, 2, ready. do that again. Continue on 2 E's, and then 2 D's, and then 2 C's. Ready? 2 E's. I continue on 2 F's. I go to the next line, and I play the same thing again, starting with 2 F's. I'm now at the first breath mark on the second line. It's just like the beginning of the song, B, B, F, F, G, G, F. Ready? E, E. So Mozart Melody, a really fun song to play, easy on the flute fingers. I like it. But don't spend too much time on, or so much time on Mozart Melody that you're ignoring and neglecting Rolling Along, Hot Cross Buns, and Go Tell Aunt Rodie. So let's do this. Let's play Hot Cross Buns twice. So I'm back on page 6 for Hot Cross Buns, and of course this only uses D, C, and B flat. And we're going to play this song, and I'm going to pause, and then we're going to play it again. So here's Hot Cross Buns. 1, 2, ready, and play. Back to D. Stay on B. Let's do it again. Hot Cross Buns again from the beginning. Starts on D. Think about the note that you're going to. Think about your C. 1, 2, and play. Back to D. Stay on B. If you'd like to pause your video and take a look at your book and play along just reading out of your book at this point, that would be great. Next, we're going to Rolling Along. Top of page 6. Remember to use your tongue as you play, going 2, 2, 2, 2. If your tongue is making that t, t, or 2, 2, you're tonguing your notes and you're playing smoothly like I am, playing all 7 of the first notes of Rolling Along, maybe on one breath or maybe sneaking a little breath halfway through. Here we go. Rolling Along. Again, D, C, and B flat. 1, 2. Ready? C. B, F, F. B, C, B. C, C. And if you can't play it that fast, that's okay. Stop the video and play slower by yourself, or go back to Hot Cross Buns and work on that D to C move, right? It's so important that you're able to go from D to C quickly. The two fingers that I'm wiggling are my two fingers for the C, D to C. The B flat should be easy to find. And then we go back to the C, right? D, C, B flat, C, D for the beginning of rolling along. Let's play it one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and play. B, F, F. B, C, B. C, C. All right, and again, you can see that it's just so important that you're able to go from C to D and back to C quickly and smoothly. The more you try, the more you'll be able to successfully do that. It's challenging, it's not impossible. Lots of kids learn to play the flute every year. You're one of them. Go Tell Aunt Rodie, song number 18 on page 6. We'll play through this once and we'll pause every 2 measures, and then we'll play it again without pausing. So here we go with Go Tell Aunt Rodie, and again we start with D, C, and B. Here we go. A half note D, followed by another D, and then your C, and then your B flat. 1, 2, ready. And now C, C, E, D, C, B. Ready? I continue on F. I go F, another F, E, and a D. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Ready? 2 Fs. And here's the ending. We go C, E, D, C. Are you ready for C, E? Leave that right hand pinky down. Ready? Go Tell Aunt Rodie. This is a tricky song, especially for flutes, but you need to be able to play it. Okay? Doesn't all have to happen in one day, but you've got to keep working on these songs. Let's play it again. This time I will not pause at each breath mark, and of course the breath marks are the commas above the music that show you where you should breathe. Here we go. This is Go Tell Aunt Rodie. 1, 2, ready, and play. Go Tell Aunt Rodie. Fun song. Even if it is about a dead goose, still a fun tune to play. And now let's go back to page 8 and look at song number 31, a Mozart Melody. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, of course. Song number 31, Mozart Melody begins with 2 B's, 2 F's. Here's our new note G, and back to F. Do that with me. B flat, to F, to G, back to F. And then we drop to E flat and go right down the scale. We play 2 E's. Down 1 note from E flat is D. Play 2 D's. Down 1 note from D is C. Play 2 C's, and then we go to our B flat. Boy, that's an important sequence of notes. Okay? From the high G, we go to F, and then E flat, and then D, and then C. Okay? And then we go back to F. And going from C to F, pretty easy too. Okay? A lot of the moves should be getting easier for you. I know they are. So here we go with Mozart Melody. B, B, F, F, G, G, F. 1, 2, ready. E, E. F, F. F, F. And here we are at the breath mark on the second line, B, B, F, F. All right. And if that's too fast for you, practice it on your own. Most of your practice should be on your own. Once you've used these videos several times and you have a good understanding of reading your notes and moving your fingers with the notes as we play, very important, you won't necessarily need to play along with me in the video. Well, I hope that this has been helpful for you, boys and girls. Flutes are doing a really nice job. If you're practicing really regularly, which means you've got your flute in your hands on a daily basis, you are making that hand and finger to brain connection. And your brain and your fingers are talking to each other. And you're getting the muscle memory required to make your moves from note to note. Your brain sees a note, you play the note, and then you immediately, while you're playing that note, you need to know what the next note is. And a lot of times, as we know, if I'm playing a D, the next note is very often a C. A lot of what we do right now is just stepwise movement, where we're just going up and down 1 note at a time. Obviously, not all the time, but a lot of it is. So keep doing a great job, guys, and I'll see you at your next lesson.